I love you. Bye.
Love you, Demi. All right, well, welcome to Funky It's a Podcast.
We're family friendly only in the intro. The rest of the time is really sky's the limit.
Today our guest is Will Martinko, and then we have a special musical guest, Dr. Sci-Fi, that we will be filming on Saturday.
Oh. So we will not be filming that the same day as we're filming this today.
But it'll all be on the same episode, so it'll all be good.
Very cool.
I figured we'd start today's episode with Trump's big, beautiful bill. And not actually about that. I'm not even going to get that into it. But I saw a really hilarious article. Not that any of it's fun or funny, but I saw it written as... I actually would write it this way if it were my headline. It's officially the end of the Trump and Musk bromance.
Wow.
He doesn't like the new bill. He's now distancing himself from the president.
Wow, how convenient.
Yeah, he's got to sell more Teslas.
Yeah, well, now that he has nothing to do.
The Senate still needs to approve the bill, so it'll probably get rewritten and then go back to the House and get voted on, and all be messy. The bill's probably not big and beautiful, I have a hunch.
Yeah, I'm sure there's something in there that screws literally all of us.
Well, House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries called it reckless, regressive, and a reprehensible GOP tax scam. So we'll see. It's not like I like one side that much more than the other, but...
It's all corrupt.
I really just bring it up because I saw a really fantastic article written by... Neil Motto, probably not saying his last name right, but it was on Johns Hopkins newsletter published by their students, and it was just like about America's like descent into fascism, like how we got here, why it's like also the person does shed light on how it's like the Democrats' fault to allow it to get this way, like what, and it all is strange, and I do feel that it's weird, so even though this podcast is 90% about fun, it's just like, I think this shit sucks. And
we live in
the real world. Yeah. So like, it's like, it needs to be talked about to some extent. And, I can still be funny about it though. So at the end of the day, Trump and Musk broke up. Breaking news. But that's all I really got on that. You got any other news?
It's all a big headache. Yeah, it's all such a fucking headache. All right. Well, I don't really have anything too crazy. There's apparently a Harry Potter reboot happening.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't have much news. I was scrambling today to write today's episode. It's
totally cool, but you have a good point. Why are there so many remakes?
Why are we just remaking shit? I even had Lilo and Stitch written down, but I'm not even going to watch it. But I didn't need a live action Lilo and Stitch. The OG's still good. I understand
that more.
Live action stuff, I guess, I get. But I don't know if Lilo and Stitch looks better live action. I think this is how everybody felt when we were getting all the live action stuff as kids. Our parents were just just make new shit. My only argument is just make new shit. Yeah. Make up some of your own stuff. Our guest today made a movie that's new and fresh, and it's not a regurgitated fucking idea.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome the way he talks about it. And, Billie Eilish also took home 7 awards at the AMAs. Pretty impressive. And Janet Jackson got her due and her flowers. So, snaps for Janet. She got the Icon Award and performed a medley of her greatest hits. And just was very humble about the whole thing because that's how she is. And pretty much... Our Perkins B-Sides and Rarities comes out on the 9th. So be sure to pre-save it if you'd like to. We have the link in our bio on our Instagram, Facebook, and all the social media. Followed up by our Ardmore show, June 14th at Ardmore Music Hall. So be sure to get your tickets to that. Don't miss out. There's still tickets available. And that's pretty much all the news I got for today. So we're going to have a word from our sponsor and then on to our guest, Will.
This episode is brought to you by Mirth Films. Mirth Films is a music news and entertainment outlet that specializes in original video content and live streaming. Based out of New York State with coverage spanning the local, regional, and national scene. They have a wide variety of topics that are covered. Mirth Films video content consists of live music videos, artist interviews, documentaries, podcasts, video and photo, sketch comedy, festival recaps, and more. Mirth Films also offers written content like exclusive interviews, recaps of the latest concerts including high-resolution photo galleries, and much more. Not only do they produce original content, Mirth Films can also be found working behind the scenes with artists, venues, businesses by helping create content for their own platforms. Some of the various work with our partners include live streaming, video production, photography, among other forms of multimedia marketing.
All right, we're here with our guest, Will Martinko, director of the film Inertia. Before we get started here, we're just going to show you the trailer for that.
Here, let me show you. It's... You don't even know my name.
Dimitri.
Maria.
Demons sleep outside.
Hi.
You look nice.
Look, I need to show you something.
My mom's gonna kill me!
It's just me and you against the world, Roman.
You look like an idiot. You look like an idiot.
Do you ever wonder what's up there? Like, beyond the atmosphere of our little blue dot? Come on, guys. This might be the only time we have dinner together as a family.
I don't know where and I don't know how. All I know is that I need to get to him right now before he rips a hole in the fabric of time and space.
Holy shit. Maybe it's like a glitch or something?
No, do not try to gaslight me. I've watched it like 30 times.
Action.
And action.
He killed me last time.
Yeah, that was so fun.
So, like I said, we're here with Will Martinko, director of his new film Inertia. And then we also got Jared Filer here again just to hang out. He's the flavor for this episode.
The little special sauce on the side.
The garlic.
Brought back due to popular demand.
You're more like the adobo. It goes good with anything.
Nobody requested it. Just kidding.
It's true.
Actually, why are you here?
I was just walking.
I appreciate that.
It's in the rain in Birdsboro. You're just walking around. They don't even have sidewalks in Birdsboro.
No,
No, I'm just kidding.
Totally.
those are rough time out there.
Not all of them are well maintained, but they're there.
So, just tell us like a little bit about the film.
Yeah, so the film is a coming-of-age sci-fi story about a boy. He was born between the past and the future, and basically it's a coming-of-age story with like the normal coming-of-age things that he will come across, kind of like meeting a girl, kind of figuring out who he is, but also like navigating who he is in regards to the past and the future, where he fits in the timeline of the whole universe. It's kind of existential in that way.
So is like his conception with parents, or is it like okay?
But his dad is from the future and his mom is from like the present. So because there's that timeline thing, like he's kind of like born on the rift, like online. So he can like do other things and mess with like electromagnetic stuff and mess with the fabric.
Yeah, I saw this preview. It looked good. I saw the trailer. I watched it a few times.
I also I was impressed in the trailer how I really had no idea what was going on. And then he breaks that bottle, and I was like, oh, there's sci-fi elements, there's special abilities. This is like beyond your just like standard thought process of everyday life. Like there's like a twist.
Yeah. Like one of the things that I think is just like incredibly important when like telling a story like this is just grounding it in the people. Yeah, that's like one of the things. Like if he has the coolest powers on the planet, it doesn't matter if you don't
deal.
connect with him, and you can't like kind of slide yourself in his shoes.
Yeah, like you have to make something so unbelievable feel believable.
Exactly. So I don't like, one of the things I feel like in the film is I don't go over like what I should with in regards to his powers. Like I give you just enough.
Like it's broad enough to use.
Is it a full length?
Yeah, it's 82 minutes.
Nice. Is this the first time you've made a full length film?
So in high school, I made one that was 54 minutes.
In high school?
Yeah, in high school. Yeah. Jared and I went to high school together.
Yes.
So
That's actually what
That's why
Jared's
Jared's
doing
here.
here. Okay.
Yeah.
It's all making sense now.
I was also walking around in the rain.
in Birdsboro without the sidewalks.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah.
No, you're good.
Yeah.
I don't remember where we were.
That's my bad.
like James is totally derailed.
No, it's fine. In the rain.
So how many movies in total have you directed then, like, of that sort of like longer, like not just like short films?
So technically, like, if we're talking like over an hour, this is the first one. Like, the Academy standard is over 45 minutes. Qualifies as a feature. So technically, by that standard, it's 2. But yeah, I mean, with this film, I have a distributor behind it. I kind of did it backwards, where I reached out to the distributor. They gave me the money to make the movie, and then now I don't have to go searching for the movie. I can just searching for the distributor to like release the movie. I was making the movie with the comfortability of knowing it's going to be released.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, that's incredible. So like this is actually going to be in theaters, and like people are going to be watching.
It's on VOD. And it's going to be on VOD in the fall. Like the biggest thing with the movie is
Where's VOD?
Video on demand.
Okay.
So like streaming, like Tubi, like you can pay the $3.99 to watch the movie, and it has that backing to be able to play at those places. But I really just, one of the things I want to do with the film, and we're starting on June 14th in Oaks with our screening with the Q&A with the cast, and led by Matt Lake, who's like ridiculous. He's basically this big British dude, and he wrote Weird Pennsylvania, Weird New Jersey, Weird London, Weird
books.
Maryland, those books.
Yeah.
And he's like the expert on Krampus, like the Santa creature, like the evil Santa. And he's been on like the History Channel. He's like a local celebrity, like a local weird celebrity that I love.
I was gonna say he's a little like eccentric.
Yeah. He is one of my favorite people on the planet. He's in the movie. I made him speak fluent Russian. And he had no experience with that. So like we were really working on figuring that out. And one of my actresses is Russian. Her name's Elena Uchev. She plays the boy's mom, and she's incredible. She is one of the loveliest people on the planet too. And she basically sat down. I have a picture. I can send it to you to show. But basically it's the two of them sitting down, and she's helping him like figure out how to speak
Pronounce
Russian.
things properly.
like
not just gibberish.
Yeah, it was like yeah, and he'll probably talk about that when he talks about the movie. But he's also just one of the things I could say about making this movie is everybody in it and everybody who made it was just one of the some of the loveliest people you'll ever meet.
So yeah, I was wondering more than about because that was one of my questions. Like, you know, I know funding a band is something that's hard, so I was very curious of what like funding a film like this is. So you said you're using a distributor for it. How do you even get to that point? Like, what's that process like?
Yeah, so back in November of 23, I made a pitch trailer, and then I made a pitch deck. So basically what you do is you make like a slideshow. Mm-hmm. And basically in that slideshow, you say like what the story is, who's in it, what your plan for distributing is, like kind of just all of those different factors. And what I did was I basically, and this is the right way, but it's also not, but I did it and it worked for me. I basically just cold emailed the pitch deck and the trailer to people. And this guy, he's out of Philly. His name's Rich Wolf. He runs Breaking Glass Pictures. He graduated from Temple too, and like I graduated from there, and a lot of our friends graduated from there. So he saw the trailer and he saw the pitch deck and was like, I responded to this pitch deck. Let's talk. And yeah, it was kind of all made from there. So
That's
Wow,
incredible.
A cold call like actually worked out.
Yeah, that's incredible. Well, congratulations first off. That is super awesome.
Thank
Were you expecting it was this like the first time you went this avenue with making something, or did you have experience with that before?
No, this is the first time I'd worked with a distributor. This is the first time I worked with like kind of marketing in regards to that sense, because, and I'm sure you can talk about this as like an indie band, like kind of like the fact of like that you have to market yourself and always be marketing yourself.
Yeah.
But now that there's like another like third party marketing the work, it's like it's like it's not that much different.
You're just able to like refocus.
Yeah,
almost.
exactly, and
Not
kind of
spend
just
as much time focusing on the marketing aspect of it.
yeah. But
Wow.
at the same, yeah, it's like the thing is, I think I am like just because I want to be able to control like what, I guess what the ultimate not reaction, but like how my cast is portrayed like in like beyond the film. There's two 16-year-old kids as the lead, so I want to remain as protective as possible as I can with them, and I want to make sure that they can navigate the world in a way that they feel like they're supported. Because if I just let it go and then the film will had any type of reaction like, and they weren't set up for success, like I feel like I'd be just kind of leaving them stranded. So
Yeah, it's like leaving them out there and hanging them out to dry.
yeah.
Oh, that's really commendable. Like, to think that forwardly of your actors and like the delicacy of their ages. That's really awesome.
It's just like you hear so many stories of like child actors, and it's not like 8-year-olds.
Yeah.
It's 16-year-olds.
Yeah,
Like-
they're coming of age.
Yeah.
Like you really had the actors in the right storyline almost. Like that's highly relatable because they are in that situation in life, pretty much.
Yeah.
What's it like trying to find it once you get the deal with the distribution, you get the money behind it and everything like that? What's it like trying to find actors? Like, what's that process like?
So I had already found 3 of the 4 of our leads. So John Broccolin, who is the lead, I've known him basically his whole life, known him for about 10 years, and he's a ridiculously talented kid. He's an incredible pianist. He's a great actor. He's a great singer. He's basically a full package as a performer.
Nice.
And then his mom, the woman who plays his mom, Elena, who I'd mentioned before, I found her on Backstage like months and months prior, and we had shot the pitch trailer with her.
It's Backstage.
Backstage is a website where actors will put their resume, headshot, the like basically video auditions and reels on there. So basically what I do is I do a kind of backwards version of like the audition process where I'll go on there and I'll watch reels for like 8 hours if I'm looking for something specific. And basically when I find that person, I'll write down, like I have like lists of like different actors that I like, and maybe not for this role, but like for the future, like, but
Like their
Elena-
strength, weaknesses, sort of things. It's like
Yeah.
playing cards of actors almost.
Yeah, exactly. And the one thing about actors is a lot of actors don't internalize. Like a lot of them come from like the world of theater, and oftentimes it's very outward. And you're expressing emotion, you're expressing this story, like it's very out. I think the difference between like film and theater is with film, like you're very internal, and like it's really hard to capture that when you're hundreds of feet away watching somebody on a stage.
Yeah.
You know, so I think one of the things when watching reels on Backstage, like a lot of times people don't realize about that internal factor. So when I find someone with that internal factor, it adds just something more. Elena had that. And then Aiden Everly, who we knew from high school. He also went to high school with us, and he plays Brock's dad. And then there was and then the female lead is played by an actress named Reese Grove, who's also Brock's age, and the two of them were in a production of The Wizard of Oz together, and she played Dorothy. He was the Scarecrow.
So they already had that chemistry.
Yeah,
That's nice.
And I'd found her through that. So So she was kind of later than the other three, but the four of them together, like you can see it in the trailer. Like there's a scene where they're all sitting at the diner. Like it's really just I don't know. They just have an incredible chemistry together, and there's
that's
like a
amazing.
family element that kind of just happened.
Really makes it believable and bring that story element out.
Exactly.
That's very cool.
How long was filming in total? I know I might be skipping ahead, but
No.
No, you're all good. You're all good.
I like my brain is now just like,
Yeah, I have a bunch of new questions now as well. Tons of new questions.
No, I mean, there's...
or how long was production, I should say.
Yeah, so we shot for about 8 days at the beginning of at the end of June 2024 into July 2024.
Okay.
We took a little break, and then we shot at the end of August 2024 into September 2024. And then we had like slight pickups on a day in March of this year. So,
It's like a little over a month of shooting time.
yeah. It was like if you were to count like day after day, it was probably like 13 days, but like over that time, over the months that we were editing and doing all that, like we can shape it and kind of see how it works.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of a backwards way of I feel like a lot of the production of this movie was backwards just because of like the fact that we were stepping into ground that we hadn't stepped in before. But like usually like you'd write the full script, and which we did. We had a full script by the time we shot in June. And then the edit's what you have in the edit, and sometimes you'll have like a day of pickups or a day or two, but like usually that doesn't happen. Usually like you get what you get, and the luxury of being able to start, stop is I could see what we had, what worked, what we had, what didn't work with what we had, and then we could move from there. So it made it a little, I don't know. Again, a lot of filmmakers don't like working that way. I can say like it definitely kept me on my toes working that way. I work, especially like an independent setting. Like you don't know how this is gonna kind of come together until it does. Like literally, like one of my favorite scenes of the film, we wrote and shot and edited in about 2 weeks in March of 2025. So we had the full film cut, and then we realized that this new editing it's the whole point of the movie.
Yeah.
And if you were to watch the movie and I were to tell you what scene it is, you'd go, wait, like that wasn't
you
there.
didn't have that?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's nuts.
It's like
That's a real luxury though, to be able to piece it together and realize you are missing something.
Yeah.
And to be able to go back and add it.
Yeah. Where was the production at? Like, where were a lot of the shots at? Was it in state? Was it in the studio, or all outside, like in like real locations?
So it was in real locations in Pennsylvania. We shot in Pottstown, Phoenixville, Valley Forge. Yeah, a lot of it was like because of growing up here, like you begin to like learn the area very quickly, and then my producer Sarah also like grew up in kind of the Pottstown area and kind of knows like the other side, like into like Birdsboro, into like kind of into
We
this.
have sidewalks.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
If you ever need a sidewalk, I know where you can find one.
In Birdsboro. But Sarah knew the area really well, so between Sarah and I, we were able to kind of like fit the locations, and that's one of the comments I've gotten about the film so far, is it's just cool to see like a variety of different places, because with a lot of independent films our size, you don't have that. Like you're limited to like one location just because of the fact because of the way you shoot. And not to say that we didn't shoot that way or we didn't like take our time at locations, but a lot of the film is like these characters like kind of walking and talking in different places, and it was important to figure out what those places were and how those places kind of fit with the overall story in general.
For any of the gear nerds out there, what kind of camera? Did you use the same camera for all shots?
Yeah, so we shot on a Sony FX3, which is they shot The Creator, the movie with John David Washington, like the sci-fi one a couple of years ago with the robots. They shot it on that, and I don't know. I like the way that Sony cameras work. And I like the way that they look and the way that they like feel in the footage. So We shot it on a Sony FX3. We shot it on like old antique lenses. Basically, they were like old lenses rehoused, and they're anamorphic, which means that the image is stretched and wider, so you get like kind of this natural like wideness, this ultimate scope. That's like a Steven Spielberg movie. Yeah. That was like what we were ultimately like going
I
for.
was impressed during the trailer itself as like a novice film person. Like I don't know anything about film, but I was like, oh, this looks really high budget. Like it doesn't look like a low budget film.
Yeah, no, it again like a lot of the things with the film that I think is it's important to understand what you can and can't do. And one of the things in my background, like I have a massive like VFX background in doing like a lot of different effects and making things look bigger than they are, or making things like extending things, like not necessarily green screen, but just making it feel like you're in a place where you're not and selling kind of that illusion. Like I have that luxury in understanding what an audience will buy and what an audience won't buy in regards to like telling you you're in a certain place. So I think that ultimately like adds, and plus those like the lenses were gorgeous. Like Katie's her TV. She helped shoot.
She did all the light work for All For You when her faces are flashing.
Yeah, she's incredible, and she did such a great job at like kind of creating that look. And one of the things that's really important about the look is just this very grounded, like similar to the way like kind of the story moves in regards to its coming of age feeling and being grounded and being kind of like, I don't know, like you're watching something form together. Mm-hmm. It's like the structure and the film is kind of, you feel that kind of coming together in a way as the film is going on. And I think Katie she just did a really incredible job, knocked it out of the park in regards to like kind of taking what was up here and
translating it out. Yeah.
So Katie Harkins did some of that work on it. Any other of the crew you'd like to mention? Like from like I know you had another writer with it.
Yeah. So Tony McCall, he co-wrote the movie, and so Tony and I started writing the movie in 2023, summer 2023. And basically the two of us were like writing together, and we had about a 55-page draft, and Tony had to go off and do this other movie that's doing really, really, really well, Alice Hart, that Matt Connolly shot. Okay. He is the DP director on All For You, and he's an incredible filmmaker, and Tony is an incredible filmmaker too. Tony was in and produced Alice Hart, so.
Did we meet Tony on any of those productions?
I don't know. Not any that I was on with you, but Tony, he's a really incredible filmmaker, and he's a good actor, and he understands kind of like, he understands like the independent film scene really well, and understands what you can and can't do in a setting. So having him on as a producer and being in Alice Hart, I think is probably like one of the things that really, really, really makes it work. And it helped us with Inertia, and like a lot of like the big things in Inertia, and a lot of like the core DNA of Inertia is his. And he's just a really incredible filmmaker, and he directed another film that just played Spring Fest in Philadelphia called Hazy Hot and Stupid, and Matt Connolly also directed that, and it's like,
Matt's a busy boy.
Matt is a busy boy.
The crew that we had making our videos through Eric Campbell and Matt was who I met first through my friend Phil Lean. Shout out to Phil.
Yeah.
That's why Ain't Got Nobody newspaper hats. You were on the Ain't Got Nobody shoot.
Yeah, I was. Yes. Yep, that was fun.
And All For You, right? Ain't Got Nobody newspaper hats and All For You. Was it only those three?
I think so, yeah.
But those three videos, if you have not watched them yet, go check them out. They're on our YouTube page and everything. Some of that Ain't Got Nobody Will was on that shoot, and everybody he's mentioning was involved in those videos, and they've all clearly gone on to continue working in the film industry. That's awesome to hear.
They look so much better than we could afford at that point. I think that's what I was most impressed with. I was like, here's like a meager amount of money that.
Did I Know Somebody too? Eric, did I know somebody?
Yeah.
Which was the most views we've ever had on a YouTube video.
But yeah, it all looks so professionally done that at the end of it, I was like, I kind of can't believe this is what we're getting out of it. Like, you guys are all clearly pros at what you do.
Yeah, and to the point, too, where we, like, after, I mean, even on Ain't Got Nobody, like, right away, we were just like, I was saw the work that you guys kind of were already involved with, we were just like, we're not going to be involved in like the making of this video. We're just going to be in it.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't want to have any ideas.
They took complete creative control of every single one of them. So like Eric, Matt, Katie, and then yourself. It was an awesome experience. So like, definitely check out their movies. Everything they're involved in is probably incredible.
Yeah, Eric just directed a new film that I was on for a little bit called Dig, which is, I think one of the things I was most impressed with about Dig was his writing style. There's a couple monologues in there that are just like, it's what you hear in a movie and you go, man, I wish I could write that way. And then hearing it come out of an actor's mouth and like watching it happen, like you're like, oh, like, yeah,
this is really good.
This is really, really, really good and really cool. So, yeah, that's premiering. Actually, so today's Wednesday, tomorrow's Thursday, and it's playing at the Philly Film Center tomorrow for their the Philadelphia Film Center does an entire basically like a run of short films like by local filmmakers like every month. So Eric's Dig is
nice
tomorrow.
month.
Oh, awesome.
They do a lot of like cool like
Damn, I wish I could
events
get
like
out to that and go see Eric's movie.
Yeah, I mean if you can, like, yeah, I mean yeah, Matt shot that one as well. It's usually either like Matt or Katie. Occasionally, like Kevin Johnson was another one. I don't know if he worked on any of the videos with you guys, but
there was crew of so many people.
Yeah,
like, and I met a lot of people too because you guys did you were doing somebody's senior project. and they were at my house. You guys were like all at my parents' house for like a whole night and a half or something, and there was like
I kind of forgot about that. Yeah,
I like maybe 100 might be a slight exaggeration, but like 50. And like I remember I asked my parents, I was like, yeah, like, you know, the people filming our like videos, like this would help them a lot. Like I'll save money because like I'm helping them save money, so like it's a good business transaction. My dad's like, no problem. He doesn't think twice about it at all. We never tell my mom. Yeah. We don't tell like my mom this is going to happen at all. And my mom's, I think I'm like on my way there. I'm not even there. I was like, somebody's here. They said they're shooting a film, and I go, oh yeah, I asked Dad about it already. I'll be there in a few minutes. It's just gonna be like, you know, like a handful of people are coming to shoot a film. They're doing it down in the yard. They won't even bother you. And like I get there and it's like 50 people or something. Yeah, it's completely crazy.
Eric's like shirtless, like throwing, like making this giant fire in the middle of your backyard. Like it was like we talk about that night pretty regularly. My producer Matt Santangelo, he doesn't usually work on the same like temple projects, but he worked on this one. And they basically pulled him from being a grip to being in the movie, and the entire night he was shirtless with Greek letters tattooed, like painted on his chest, and he like, yeah, there's
it's like I'm not even supposed to be here.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
That was a wild experience.
It's awesome.
Yeah, and then like through film, like you really start to learn and meet like such interesting people. And on that project specifically, there were a lot of interesting people.
I mean, there was a lot of people. Like I felt like Eric was like, I don't even know half these people. There's more people here than I thought were going to be here. Even like it was just a hilarious experience, which is typical for the barn where we practice. Yeah. There's always people in and out, so it wasn't that out of the ordinary. But my mom was like, I didn't even know this was happening. I'm like, I don't know. Dad said, yeah. My dad was like, I didn't know it'd be 50. I'm like, I didn't either.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't tell you.
Yeah, no. I also did your guys' videos for Brick Nova. I don't know if you ever knew this. So for the In the Morning video, Paul called me, and Paul Dallas, and he called me and he said, hey, we're going to be playing Jabba's Palace, which was like one of the underground like Drexel venues, and this was right before COVID. This is February 2020. And you guys had me come out, and Paul was like, you know, it'd be really awesome because if you could just get drunk before this, and like it would be really funny to see what you could do drunk. And I was like, okay,
challenge accepted.
And so basically Paul got me this giant beer, and I didn't chug the whole thing, but I chugged the whole thing.
Giant beer, and so like a 40?
Like probably. It was like this. Like this.
Was it a bottle?
Was it a malt liquor?
I don't know. So since then I've quit drinking for like I just my friends don't drink. I at my one of my previous jobs, like a lot of my coworkers were like big drinkers, and they'd always go out, and I found myself a little too good at catching up to them, and yeah, I just basically put the kibosh on it all right there, because I didn't want that to be an issue, and I was foreseeing that there could be an issue down the line. But I don't know much about what I drank. I know it was like an apple thing.
Oh.
It was I don't know. It was like
give you?
it was like a big red like can. It was like this big. And I got drunk. What was nice about that though, it's one of my favorite music videos I've ever shot, because it's literally pure instinct.
Yeah.
Like and when I cut it together, I was like, oh, like this is really cool. And they're one of my favorite shots I've ever shot on with a camera. Ever.
Is in that
in the morning
video.
Is of Jared. And Jared basically, he walks up something and like walks away, and you're like staring at the camera, and it's just so mysterious, and it's in slow motion, and
He's mysterious and lives in slow motion.
and he's just walking, and I'm just like,
I detest that comment.
do you remember this? Like do you know what shot I'm talking about? Like it's
Is it the one where I'm like laying on something and I get up, or is it?
Yeah, you're like sitting and you get up and you like walk away. It was like yeah, it was a really fun night, and especially because like it was right before COVID. I think it was like February 20th.
So the last thing you probably did before they shut everything down.
Exactly. But then I did like a COVID video for you guys of like, they got all their fans to like send in videos like singing their songs
For City Girl.
Yeah.
Yes.
City Girl is in Inertia too, by the way. Tommy.
Oh, it is.
Yeah. So yeah.
Nice.
So it plays in one of the thrift store scenes, and then the other one was Hey My Friend, where we went down to your little basement studio at Tommy's house, and we filmed a little video there. It was always so much fun working with you guys.
So I'm gonna have to rewatch that video, knowing that you were just in Neanderthal filming mode.
Yeah, and it was like packed, like that one of that basement show. And like the thing is, it was at Drexel, and I saw I'm Temple, like, and I'm not like a big party guy. Like I hang out with my people, and like I don't know, I like going out and meeting people, but it was just like, it just was such a different environment. And then just me, like totally gone, and just with a camera and just like filming you guys. Like it was just so much fun. And again, it was like, and cutting the video together, it was like a little extension to that. Not that I was like drinking, like editing the video, but like you like felt like the energy, and I was like, oh, I know what I felt when I got this shot.
It was like coming back to you as you were editing it.
Yeah,
That's funny. I've played like only 2 shows like drunk. One was a really long time ago, and I don't even care to talk about that one.
Okay.
But other ones were like at Googs.
Well,
But
I feel like that doesn't
But
count.
I understand what he means by playing like on instinct. Like
Yeah, you're just in like autopilot.
because I don't like to be drunk while playing, so it's just not fun or good. And I'm the drummer, so I can't be drunk.
yeah.
But you are like on autopilot, like, and I feel like some things do end up better, but not the whole show, because you're just not having fun. You're just like, I'm drunk.
No, and I wouldn't do that for like anything else. But it was like
film Inertia wasted.
no.
Do you want to film a music video now?
Yeah, I don't know. It was like a perfect college thing.
No,
Like,
yeah.
it was like right time, right place, right event. Like there were a lot of people. There was like a packed show in this basement. Again, it was called Jabba's Palace.
Yeah.
It's the best name ever.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
that's
I hate that we didn't play college stuff like that. Like Jabba's
were in
Palace.
college, man.
Oh, too
Didn't
stupid.
have college connections. No, we were like, screw college. Let's just get in this van and drive.
Yeah.
I mean, that's also like another way. Like a coworker of mine, like she's very like, you'd think she was introverted, and then she'll like talk to you like because you're in like the same space. So it's like not Stockholm syndrome, but Stockholm syndrome. Like you just get to know each other. In a way like that.
Like you don't have a choice.
Yeah, and like but not in a bad way either. She's one of the loveliest people. But like she like started like telling me stories. She's like, yeah, like I was in a band and with my husband, and we used to play with the guys in 9 Inch Nails, and I was like, what? Like, and then like and she's like, yeah, like me and Trent, like we would just hang out in the back of the van and tell stories, and it's like Trent Reznor. Yeah, and it's
the
like
guy who makes a bunch of fucking movies.
And she's
and
just
I'm
like,
like-
nonchalant.
and I'm like
just like
freaking out like inside, like this is so.
It's like, yeah, it was so.
No, she like loves it, and she's like, she was like talking. She's like, yeah, like I'll go see Trent, and like it'll just be like old times. He's the same old Trent. He just has a lot more fans.
Oh, you just the same old
yeah.
Trent.
Yeah, and it's just like it is funny though, because those are the people like that end up like doing like crazy things are the people you hang out in the van with. So that was the whole reason I brought that up. It's just like
done a lot of crazy things with the people I've been in that van with.
yeah, and I mean, you had Matt, Katie, Eric in that van going to
Yeah,
Appleton,
they came to Appleton, Wisconsin with us. Filmed newspaper hats.
They did get to see some of that crazy.
Yeah, no,
I would like to believe that they had fun on that trip. They still filmed another music video for us after that.
Yeah.
So that didn't scare them away.
no, they had fun. They talk about it. They talk about it very highly. Yeah, I don't know. It just, I think like, yeah, between like my crew with Inertia and like Matt's crew with Alice Hart and what Eric's doing and what Katie's doing outside of that, like there's just a lot of like really cool things that are going on. Like Katie's working on this like puppet show for PBS, and like,
oh, that's incredible.
Like I forget what it's called, but it's straight up like out of Sesame Street, like without being on Sesame Street. And it's like
awesome.
it's yeah, so she's doing that, and like Matt's working on a bunch of like indie projects. Eric's getting his grad degree, and like I don't know, it's just like everybody's kind of doing their own thing, and we see each other like every so often, like again because Katie shot this film. Katie and I have been in talks, like we were literally texting before this, but I don't know, it just, there is like a camaraderie and something like really cool about these people that you grow up with, and kind of seeing where they all go off to and navigating that.
As a person who was just kind of a part of it because you all were making our music videos, like I am thrilled to hear that like nobody's really given up.
Yeah.
Everybody's still pursuing that dream of making film and being involved in creating that art. So that is incredibly awesome to hear, because I don't hear all that.
Yeah, you never lose that connection no matter where you go. Like even if you are drifting in different directions at times, like you can always hit them up because you do
100%.
know what they can do.
Yeah, like I still hit up Eric every once in a while. Like I'll even text him just because like a Phillies game was really good. Like and be like, dude, did you see that? Like,
Yeah.
So like I'll stay in touch with them just on that. But it's just awesome to hear that everybody's still doing that. It looks like we got to get everybody together and make another music video. But first we got to make some money.
A very low budget music
before we move on to the game portion of the show, you got to tell me a little bit about Lego Green Lantern.
Oh yeah,
I was reading IMDb, and in 2011 you made
yeah, that was crazy. So I was like,
this is crazy. If you didn't read about this, this is nuts. This is totally
I don't know
nuts.
if you even knew this about me. When I was
You're
13,
like 12. You're like 12 or 13.
Yeah, I was like Lego announced that they were reconnecting with DC because they had done their Batman line, but they were doing a whole DC line.
Yeah.
And basically they announced, they were like, hey, we're doing a video contest, and if you get selected, you get like the whole line of Legos. You get to be on via like Comcast On Demand on the Lego channel. You get to do
Brothers picked it up. Like,
yeah. And my Lego Green Lantern film got picked up and was one of the films. And it's just like, and at the same time, like I also directed a commercial separately for Lego.
Yeah.
Like a year later.
Yeah.
So like I was like, I often joke with my friends and people I work with like that I was more successful at
And you were
13.
young.
And I had like a steadier streak at 13 than I do now. Which is and isn't true, but
No.
like there's things I'm doing now that like 13-year-old me couldn't even dream of. But,
I was reading that and I was like, that is nuts.
yeah,
I was like,
Yeah, they did just open a Legoland
it's still streamable.
like 3 hours away.
Like,
Yeah.
Hit them up.
So you go home right now on Xfinity On Demand and put on Lego Green Lantern made by Will Martinko at 12 years old.
I'll probably go
Demi's gonna have to watch that.
Yeah, I was like, I got a kid. We're gonna watch it.
it was the Lego.
John's gonna watch it.
Yeah, I was watching it right now.
The Lego stuff was like an interesting time. That's kind of how my filmmaking journey began. Was like I went to a Catholic private like school growing up. There were like 60 kids in my class, and it was like if you didn't do sports, you didn't do anything. So like, my friend Gasper and I, who's still a producer on my films, he produced Inertia with me, but he and I basically would come together and make these like little Lego shorts, and we had like a whole Lego community online, and we were friends with people from like all over. One of the guys we used to do stuff went on to do work for like Shane Dawson. One of the guys who we used to do work with is now like a very, very, very successful actor in France. It was like a whole like crazy scene, and like we're like all in each other's like videos.
That's a wild introduction to the film world, though. That's a good way to get like bit by the snake, so to speak. Like you're like, I'm so into this.
It's also like such an early validation that it's like, no, you've got something here.
Yeah, exactly. And
it's
like,
okay to like it.
While it didn't necessarily feel like I got that when I went to school, like when I came home and would go on, it was Skype. We'd go on Skype, and like Gert and Bobby and all of them would be on, and basically like, it would just be like a nice like time to be able to be creative, and there was a community there without being all together in the same room. Like I would love to go to France and meet Gert in person, and we're friends on Facebook, and like I see all the stuff he's doing, and he's doing audiobooks, and he's performing on like basically France's Broadway.
Yeah. Okay.
And
Incredible.
it's like,
wow.
And he started out in Lego.
Yeah.
Green Lantern.
Like we used to do Lego Harry Potter. That was the big one. We used to do all of that together.
Yeah.
Lego Harry Potter, Lego Star Wars, Lego Batman.
Can we still find all of this online?
Yeah. If you look up like my name and then like Lego, you can find all that stuff. But
So the Lego Green Lantern that I watched on YouTube earlier today is probably the one made by you.
It's like maybe if it was like, it wasn't the greatest quality at the time, but like,
I mean, it doesn't. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
I just thought it was great. I was like, this is wild.
Yeah. That it gave me a lot of patience.
It's a great origin story.
Yeah. And then once I got to high school with you guys, like me saw it, like I started like people. We had a very prominent performing arts department, and our teacher really pushed us to do what we wanted to do, and you guys been for Brick Nova. I was doing like all the film stuff with my friends and people who wanted to do that. And we made a feature, and like, it was just because
that's
we
awesome.
were pushed to do it.
Yeah. And now here you are with your first full length.
And
second.
You've had some success with some other films too. Like I said, I looked up your IMDb thing. I tried to do a little bit of research, not completely.
Was that your earliest IMDb credit?
I think so.
Yeah.
So I'm very curious on what you picked out here.
Well, it said it said you were nominated for 3 awards and had won 2, and had a nomination for 1. I forget. I had the 3 movies written down, but that's somewhere on my full notes. But do you remember which ones?
So, well, the one was The Distinguished, which you were in.
I was an extra.
Yeah,
I have an IMDb page because of that. Yeah. You look it up.
I have an IMDb page.
Yeah, because the Little Detectives.
Yeah. We're actually doing a new one. Totally side note. Got that later.
Oh, we can talk about Chad Ramgo's.
Yeah.
Jared Filer is an actor known for The Distinguished. 2015.
What extra
2015.
I don't know.
And that one.
That's just what it says on IMDb.
It was, there were a bunch of different ones like across
the one was like a Comic-Con thing.
Yeah, there was Cannes Film Festival. We were nominated for Best Student Film, it was basically like Wizard World used to do a convention, but they used to do like small festivals like in cities. And like at 15, like The Distinguished played in Philadelphia, and like my cast and I went down, and it was a lot of fun. And then The Distinguished was the big one. It's the one that Inertia is based off of. It's like Inertia. With Inertia, the origin of it was I made The Distinguished. I felt like I was like at 15, 16, I was like biting, or I was eating too. I lost on the
taking off more than I could chew.
Taking off more than I could chew. Yeah. Exactly. Like I had this big story, but I didn't know what it was, and I couldn't do it in 18 minutes. And when I was applying to colleges, I wrote an updated treatment, like a 2-page treatment, like write up for what the story would be, and I opened it up the same way I opened up this movie with the 3 laws of physics, and then I write, this is bullshit. And that's the same way this opens up. And and that ended up getting me into USC. So that's out in Southern California, which was crazy. And then because of just different things financially, I just transferred to Temple and figured it out, and again found our crew, and I'm all good now. Yeah, figuring it out. But yeah, it was just like yeah, it just, and then now that we have the resources, we have the time, and we have the people, like I was like, there's no better time to do Inertia than.
So this has kind of been like a long build.
Yeah, like 10 years.
Like whether you knew it or not, it was like all
that's
done.
awesome.
And then it comes out June 14th.
Yeah.
So June
Which is
14th.
the same day as our show.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry I can't
I'm
do the
so
show.
sorry.
Hey, I'd love to be at your premiere. Is it a premiere? Is it open to the public, or is it?
It's our local debut.
Okay.
Then the reason it's the local debut.
Where can people get tickets to stuff for that?
So Oak Center Cinema or oakcenter.net. If you go on oakcenter.net, you can get tickets there.
What time is all that at?
7:00.
Okay.
So
How long's the movie?
82 minutes, and then there will be a Q&A with myself, Braca, Reese, Aiden, and Elena, and led by Matt
Chestnut Grove doesn't go on until 10. You can catch both. They're like in the same area. You
Where
can
you
totally
play.
watch that movie and then come to Ardmore Music Hall.
Ardmore Music Hall, perfect. Yeah, literally just go down 422.
Yeah.
I'll make it to your premiere. They won't need me. Yeah, John and Shannon can just cover the bass parts with the left hand on the keyboards.
He won't be at your premiere. He will not be there.
If we can't find Jared, we're gonna be like,
Fuck, he's at Oaks.
If Jared shows up to Oaks, I will stop what I'm doing and drive Jared to you guys.
I mean, maybe all of us will just show up at Oaks. We'll be done sound checking.
that's true. I have some time to kill.
I don't have time to sit down and watch a movie and play a show. But regardless, June 14th, there's a lot going on. Chestnut Grove show. You got Inertia coming out, and that's their local debut. Where else can people catch this when it comes out?
So it will be on video on demand and streaming platforms down the line in probably September, October.
Okay.
I'm trying to get like a.
Do you know what streaming platforms yet? Or no?
I don't know that yet,
Okay.
but I'm trying to get like a DIY roadshow going.
Okay.
Like basically trying to find venues that'll play us. So yeah, if you want to play a cool independent film and support independent film, reach out to me. And if you own a venue,
Reach out to us. We'll pass it along.
Yeah.
Even if you have like a really sick basement, a home theater, and a bunch of nerdy film friends, I'm sure that would work out too.
Yeah. Home shows.
I mean,
are great for
anything,
community.
yeah, to build and meet people and spread what we did. Because I don't know, we did something bigger than the average person. We made a movie, and
It deserves to have eyes on it.
yeah,
Absolutely.
What's your next project you're working on?
that's an interesting question. I have it. It's about kind of being local, and it's about the different things that I experience being kind of growing up in the same town, living in the same town, and what I see. A lot of my big genre is horror.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've always loved the horror genre, and I'm excited to hop back into it. And yeah, it'll be a little culty, a little it'll be fun though. It won't be like dead scary. It'll be like fun scary. Like you're gonna be like like cheering on. Like, it's
You don't know me. I hate horror. No.
Well, I actually
like,
kind
even
of
if you
do.
don't hate, even if you hate horror though, like this film that I'm working on now, I think it'll be your cup of tea. I think you'll understand.
I like a thriller with comic relief and like human scenarios that you're just like, oh my god.
It does have that.
All right, I'm in.
I like thinking of what it is. Like
Heck yeah.
I think like.
Well, I'm gonna watch it no matter what.
Specifically, people in this room will understand
Yeah.
like what it is.
Be able to relate to it.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Mhm.
That's awesome. I'm excited for your next project. I'm excited for this project.
Yeah, I can't wait to watch the whole thing.
Yeah.
So Inertia comes out June 14th. We got Wilmore here. And before we get back here, we're going to have a word from our sponsors.
This episode is brought to you by Mirth Films. Mirth Films is a music news and entertainment outlet that specializes in original video content and live streaming. Based out of New York State with coverage spanning the local, regional, and national scene. They have a wide variety of topics that are covered. Mirth Films video content consists of live music videos, artist interviews, documentaries, podcasts, video and photo, sketch comedy, festival recaps, and more. Mirth Films also offers written content like exclusive interviews, recaps of the latest concerts including high-resolution photo galleries, and much more. Not only do they produce original content, Mirth Films can also be found working behind the scenes with artists, venues, businesses by helping create content for their own platforms. Some of the various work with our partners include live streaming, video production, photography, among other forms of multimedia marketing.
The best piece of advice I've ever heard on from another filmmaker, Martin Scorsese said, if you're ever trying to figure out something, step away, turn to the corner, and just think for 30 seconds. Just put it all on the table, sort it out, and take all of the 30 seconds, and then go back and go, okay, this is the way we're gonna do it.
So if you ever see a film guy just standing in the corner, he's just doing a Scorsese?
I don't know. I haven't seen anyone else do it. I had to do it once on this, where I was asked, there were a lot of questions, and I was like, give me 30 seconds. Turned around, took the entirety of the 30 seconds, sorted it all out. I was like, okay, this is where we're going. We're going to go do this. We're going to go do that.
Yeah.
And it just made it so much clearer, kind of taking yourself out of it.
That happens in songwriting for me, especially when I feel like I have heard so much and I'm a little overwhelmed and I can't think of anything. I have to just stop thinking because I'm too much. So then I just try and take myself out of that element and come back to it. That's interesting.
To add to that too, it's like you said, you have a lot of partners you work with in the writing and stuff like that, and we're rolling already. Some work.
Oh, are we?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
This is good stuff. Before I do my computer thing, but like Dee was saying, and you were both saying about you have to step away from it sometimes. You had someone you wrote the script for Inertia with, and I love having Dee or John specifically, or Jared or Shannon or anybody else that's in the band to write with. But Dee and I write a lot of the songs and write a lot of the lyrics a lot, and when you hit that wall, on where to go to in the song, it's definitely a luxury as a songwriter to have somebody like Dee around to be I love everything I'm doing, but I don't know what should come next, and I can immediately look to you guys.
Yeah.
Have you have that?
Even just just to bounce an idea out there that you maybe didn't think of.
Yeah, definitely. I think with the different co-writers I've had, because I've written things on my own and I've also written things with other co-writers. So Tony I wrote with Inertia with, but that was the only thing we'd ever written together. And then I worked with my one friend Paul on a bunch of projects in high school, college, and beyond. And Paul is really good at one of the things he does is he takes your idea and then he spins it in his way. So it's it's just it becomes something else entirely, but in the best way possible, if that makes any sense.
That makes total sense. That's how our producer operates.
Yeah, because I can tell you what I like and how I like it, but it just one of the things I like about what Paul does is he takes kind of the skeleton that I have, and he adds the meat and he adds the muscle, and he basically just builds it out from there.
Mm-hmm.
I one of the things I am looking for a writing partner to write with in that way, to where our brains work alike, and that is one of the things that's been a little difficult, is just because
I feel it's hard to find that. I feel you try to find balance in because I don't think Dee and I's brains are alike, or John's, or any and it's knowing when you want to take creative control for yourself. You're I want to be the one to push where this is going, and then it's knowing when to be no, my friend that I write with that's really good at this, she's gonna do a really good job, or he's gonna whoever it is. It doesn't matter if it's just me and Dee, but that style, or even if it's not their style, you're just you want the idea to go somewhere else. So it's you bring that up.
Yeah, and the thing is you have to share in the story, and when you're writing for Inertia, a lot of it is the way Tony writes. Tony is very, again, grounded, down to earth. He loves mumblecore stuff. He's which is basically structured improv.
Right?
Yeah,
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, and he loves that scene, and the film Alice Hart by Mike Massera, that the writer director behind it, is very much that way. And Matt kind of again brought his like thing to it, and each of them like brought their own thing and kind of met in the middle, and then had this awesome film kind of come out of that. And one of the things that I'm trying to, and it's a blessing and a curse, is like my vision is so specific for certain things, and it's again, it's a curse because like it's made it difficult for, like, I feel like I have to take the wheel sometimes, and like that thing you were saying, like kind of having to like figure out when it's yours. And the thing is, like, I'm not gonna sit here and like act like my vision's better than, like, it's not. Like, it's like if anybody else has a better idea, I'm down to go with that. It's just,
and because of that, sometimes it is. Like, that's kind of what I was trying to say. Sometimes you do feel like you're like, no, I creatively know where I want this to go. You've written enough songs, you've made enough films, you've done enough things. You're like, I want to take charge here. And then it's just like, I was only like stating to it, like, no. For me, I've grown to know, like, I can trust when I want to do that, and I can trust when I immediately don't want to do that.
yeah.
Like, and I think they're both completely valuable.
Yeah, and a lot of time you run into a lot of ego in the roles. Luckily,
Of course.
I Tony is one of the most down to earth, humble guys on the planet. Like Matt and Eric are like the goofiest, loveliest dudes on the planet. Katie is very, very, very focused and driven, and like there's not a lot of ego in the world that we're in, but you do run into it, and it just like. And I have it, like, I'm not gonna lie, like, we all have a certain amount of ego, and the way it plays and the way it, like, not eats at you.
Your ego drives you to get good at it.
Yeah.
So, like, it's just knowing how to balance it.
Yeah, you just all have to have like the same objective and know what that objective is, I feel like. And that's hard to find in partners.
Before we get into a 2-hour conversation about that.
You're bringing the set
Breaking the set.
I just want to point out, while we get this started, he's about to read these from a computer.
What? Dude, that's just what I'm doing.
Which,
I looked them up on here. I still have the website up. So,
It looks really funny on camera.
because I'm a corny bitch,
I got nothing. I got nothing.
we're going to play some trivia, because that's what we've been doing lately on the show. I am going to eventually make somebody guess what I'm eating again, because I missed that.
Oh, we can just blindfold them.
Yeah, but then we got to put headphones on so that they can hear what I'm doing with my mic.
No, you just blindfold them. And
In the room?
Yeah.
Nah, you
Like,
gotta-
them blindfolded on camera is perfect.
Because then we can make some crazy clips from
What?
that.
Dude, do I have to be close to their ear?
No, just in the room.
Can they request for me to do that, though? What if they need
Yeah,
the bush
they need
better?
you to be a little closer, but I mean, I wouldn't.
What? Did you guess what he was eating?
No, we didn't do that. We used to do that on we used to have a podcast called Literally Nuts that we tried to do this before the band took a break, and we rebooted it with Funk. Yeah, it's a podcast. But on a lot of them we had a couple of virtual guests, and it was very easy to black out the screen, and I would eat on my mic, and I would just go get 3 things from my fridge and be like, guess what I'm eating.
There's not a lot of thought that went behind it. Like, it's very raw.
It
but
was
worked.
hilarious.
It was
though.
very fun.
It was way
I'm
better.
sure it was.
It was a little nasty,
The
but
trivia. It's just what I'm saying.
Well, because then, like, you don't know what people's, like, normal go-to food is. Like, I have food allergies, so, like, me guessing, like, if you grab, like, a thing of nuts, like,
not
guessing
even
what thing of
really
nuts,
in
like,
your directory.
I can't tell you the difference between a walnut
You'd be shocked at how good you
pistachio.
are, but what's the word? Like discerning. Like you'd be shocked at how good you are at like figuring that out. Because like I feel like people were like, I'm not gonna know what you're eating at all, and like Nick Greeley like crushed it. Like he like broke it down. He was like, it's smushy. Could be like,
I think you can use it
like he said like
smushy.
I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm gonna move on.
Jazzy too.
So
Smushy.
is anyone a word?
Yeah.
Oh. We're on parade.com. We're going to do 151 fun movie trivia questions.
we're doing all
We're doing all 151 of them.
Who are the contestants?
All y'all. I'm asking the questions. You guys just yell it out. This is why it's a good game show, because all other game shows have like rules and stuff. This one has none. It's like, whose line is it anyway? But like, literally,
151 questions, you're gonna find out my holes in my movie watching.
that's the goal here, to know that everybody's a fraud.
Yeah.
I knew that already.
At Martinez Letterboxd. Yeah, you'll see what I haven't watched. Yeah.
We're keeping track.
I'm definitely going to skip a bunch of these.
I mean, we're all frauds, right? Like,
When you don't know the answer, I'll throw out hints if you want hints. Just shout the answers. You guys can work together. You can work against each other. Whatever you want to do.
Okay.
Number 1. What are the dying words of Charles Foster Kane in Citizen Kane?
Rosebud. Yep.
It was a good Simpsons episode.
All right. I'm going to just roll with the second one for now. For the record, I don't know what any of this is. Who played Mrs. Robinson in The Graduate?
Oh, shoot.
Lilith's gonna win.
Yeah, no clue.
So I've seen The Graduate. I can't say it. I mean,
fine.
it's Dustin Hoffman and now it's going to eat it.
And Bancroft.
Okay.
Well, it's gonna be driving down 422 like, I knew that one.
Just like go to work tomorrow. Just like my one coworker is gone. She's on vacation, so it's just me in this like the second floor of this old building at Albright, and like it's just like I'm just gonna be screaming just different things so that this trivia question tomorrow.
Just awake at 3 a.m.
This one's good. Everybody has a chance to get this one right if you could beat Will to it. What was the first feature-length animated movie ever released?
Toy Story?
Snow White?
Oh, wait.
Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Way to be, John.
I don't know why I was thinking.
Toy Story was an animated one, like one of the first like feature films from an 350.
Yeah,
I don't know why I made
Yeah.
You were
This is an age-old question. In The Matrix, does Neo take the blue pill or the red pill?
I never really cared about what color it was.
It's the red pill.
Yeah,
It's the red pill.
Because the blue pill takes you back.
takes you back.
See, this
I just
guy who
really
actually
like-
watches movies.
I really love that camera shot of inside his sunglasses.
Yeah.
And you just see both pills in both hands. Like that shot
In
is
each
very
lens.
iconic.
Yeah.
This is one of my all-time favorite movies, and that could throw some of you off. For what movie did Tom Hanks score his first Academy Award nomination?
Forrest Gump.
Big?
Ah.
Big. Big.
Nice.
That's one of those movies where I'm like, yep, definitely like.
I just focused on James's favorite movie.
Nah, I know. I said I tried to hit you. I said it could throw you
And you
off.
said Tom Hanks, so I just locked in before we even
You
finished.
told me Forrest Gump earlier, so I was like, that was like one where my head went. So I was immediately like Forrest Gump, but then
No, totally.
yeah, Big.
That Forrest Gump's like a top fiver for me, but Big is definitely still up there. I love Tom Hanks though, so like.
It's easy to love Tom Hanks. Even when he's the villain. He was the villain in the Elvis movie. Like, he was, like, the manager that was, like, bad. And he had a weird southern accent, and they had prosthetics on him. Oh, it was
like, it took me a second to realize it was Tom Hanks.
Yeah, it's its own like little Baz Luhrmann nightmare. Like the
Yeah.
entire movie, like it's just
Like the recent Elvis movie? I didn't watch
Yeah.
it. Was it good?
it's interesting.
It's interesting. Yeah, I'd also say that.
How do they handle the portrayal of them dating a 14-year-old? How do they?
They don't.
They don't. They very much gloss over it.
There's the movie Priscilla though.
Yeah, I did. That's
That movie rocks. That movie's great.
What flavor of Pop-Tarts does Buddy the Elf use in his spaghetti in Elf?
Is it strawberry? No.
God, blueberry?
Nah,
Is it brown sugar cinnamon?
Cherry.
Fudge?
John's close with
Hot fudge?
It's just chocolate.
Oh.
They just have a chocolate Pop-Tart? I don't either.
I feel like it would have been sweeter because like he comes from like the world of candy.
Yeah, I thought it was just gonna be like candy.
That's like the most basic Pop-Tart.
Yeah, those brown sugar cinnamon ones,
I
They
have
are,
them
they
in
are,
my
I
car.
consider them plain.
I'm gonna eat one on the way.
they
home.
are real good. Like,
Sponsored by Kellogg's. No, we're not.
No, we're not.
Could be.
Hey, hit us up. Hit us up.
Check in with us in 100 episodes.
Speaking of Pop-Tarts, the Pop-Tarts movie, did you guys watch that?
It's Pop-Tarts.
Pop-Tarts.
Yeah.
Melissa McCarthy and
Jerry
The Kool-Aid
Seinfeld.
movie's real. Like, that's gonna happen.
That's why the Scorsese version's going to happen.
No, it's just
It's called Unfrosted or Frosted, something like that.
yeah.
Really, really good. I thought it was good.
I never saw that one.
It's good. It's worth checking out.
Yeah.
What pop vocal group performs at the wedding in Bridesmaids?
Oh, they sing. It's the.
Is it ABBA? Yeah, I know.
No.
No, I.
Oh man, this one's gonna bother me.
Yeah, can you tell us?
Wilson Phillips.
Oh man,
Sorry, that's
You sang the song.
I know, cause I know the songs more than
I don't know who
remember their
Wilson
names.
Phillips is at all. So.
That is the funniest scene. I
It's
love
really,
that.
really
I love
good.
that movie.
That
Oh,
movie is.
I think
great.
Brian Wilson's daughters are in that. Wilson Phillips.
I think you're right. Damn. Ah, we should have gotten that one.
Ready?
Yeah, I guess.
What American writer / director starred in several iconic European-produced spaghetti westerns?
Writer, director. I mean, is Clint Eastwood?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of the big ones. Clint.
Yeah, I mean.
Clint.
Most of his are. Yeah, most of his later ones are that.
All right.
Or like middle ones because he's still making.
Yeah, he's still.
Godfather question.
The
The head of what kind of animal is front and center in an infamous scene from The Godfather?
horse.
Yep.
I was gonna say I could have just interrupted you right away, but I
Nice
was gonna
guy.
be
I saw John
wait,
went
but-
up right up to the
Yeah,
microphone. Like I was like, I'll let him take it.
What a nice guy. Patient. I'm sorry. The correct answer is what is.
Oh, okay. Negative points.
Yeah, ask it in the form of a question, John.
Who is a horse?
What color was the horse?
Brown?
I think so.
Let's stay up there and enter.
All right. See if anybody knows this one.
Should be like.
What critically panned 1984 country musical comedy starring Dolly Parton and Sylvester Stallone eventually became a cult classic?
9 to 5. Dolly Parton.
Dolly Parton and Sylvester Stallone.
Help me, Dolly.
She is up there.
Hey, help
Eventually
me.
became a cult classic.
Crap. I didn't know she was in anything with Sylvester Stallone, so I don't think I'm gonna get this.
Ryan Stone.
Oh, I have heard of that. Okay. Yeah, I would have never gotten. I would have never gotten that.
I was not on my radar.
All right. Let's go, John. Who played park owner John Hammond in Jurassic Park?
I don't know the actor.
No,
John's like John Hammond.
Some old guy.
Sean, the old guy. Obviously.
it's the guy from the Miracle on 34th Street remake.
Oh yeah, he was Santa.
Hold on, I can look it up real quick.
Yeah.
Can't look you up. No cheating, John.
I have the technology.
All right, I'll give you a hint. His nickname would be Dick.
Richard.
Oh, Richard Pryor. No, not Richard Pryor. That's a very different actor.
Yeah, put him in that movie.
That's a very different movie. Nope, not gonna get it.
Come on, guys. You don't know Richard Attenborough? I'm just kidding. I don't know who the fuck that is at all.
No, I do, and that's a. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm gonna Charlie Brown my way home.
What movie did Steven Spielberg win his first Oscar for?
Schindler's List.
Yep.
My friends and I just watched Empire of the Sun last night. It's the movie
About like him.
Well, he made a movie with young Christian Bale in 1987, where young Christian Bale plays a boy in Shanghai when like Japan takes over Shanghai, and he's like a war prisoner throughout the entirety of World War II from 1939 to 45. And it's like this boy like growing up in like war torn.
Wow, I didn't know Christian Bale like before Newsies. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Huh. I'll have to look that up.
Yeah, that one was.
I like
It's a
Christian Bale.
long one, but it was worth it. We had a great time watching it.
He ruined me in The Machinist.
Oh,
Oh my god.
oh my God! What a movie! That also anxiety driven the whole movie.
the scenes with him just cleaning things, and like when they show his like frame.
Who knew you could actually torture people with a film?
Oh man,
Like,
like-
it puts you through a loop sometimes.
yeah. And then he went and shot Dark Knight, like, and was Mr. Muscles, like,
That body transformation.
Or then he did Dick Cheney.
yeah, like, the range on that guy. Sorry,
No, you guys are good. That's why we do this, for the conversation.
I'm just waiting for your computer to like reload, and then you're
You don't reload nothing. I'm just here skipping a lot of questions, just trying to find the juicy ones.
rolling.
No. We're on question 32.
No boy.
If you want to play at home.
Yeah, look it up. Was it Principal?
It's on parade.com.
Parade.
Just type in movie trivia and click the first shit you see.
We didn't go far.
We're already at question 32.
We skipped a bunch.
It's like the Naked Gun numbering.
Yeah.
There's a new 33 and it's a third. Yeah.
Liam Neeson is now the new.
I was gonna ask who's
Yeah.
playing him now.
Liam Neeson and Pamela Anderson is like love interest.
All right,
Yeah, I'm excited. It's gonna be sweet. It's by the Lonely Island. All right, Akiva Schaffer.
I'm in. Woo. I need a good movie.
All right, we'll do a few more of these.
Good bad movie.
Who was the only actor to receive an Oscar nomination for acting in The Lord of the Rings?
The only one? Is it Elijah?
Except the character, too.
It wasn't Elijah, right?
Christopher
Ian
Reeve.
McKellen?
Ian McKellen.
Yeah.
I don't even knew the dude's name.
Is either Elijah, is Frodo or Gandalf. I mean, who else would get it?
That's fair.
Yeah, true.
I was gonna say Viggo Mortensen because Viggo's great, and then he didn't do very much after that. He did like The Road, and he did he just still does like things every once in a while.
But he's like nothing that big again.
The movie he did with the horses, what was that?
Oh, Hidalgo.
Hidalgo, yeah.
Yeah.
I really like that movie.
Yeah. I can pull Hidalgo out of a hat, but I can't tell you Richard Attenborough.
Dude, it's amazing what happens to your brain when you're put on the spot.
Yeah.
Like, not that you're being
This is
put on
just
the
surprising to me. What
Will, what do you know?
What is the highest grossing R-rated movie of all time? This one just surprised me.
Is it up to date?
Yeah, it's like new. I don't know how up to date this questionnaire thing is.
I mean,
but, like, it's fairly recent movie.
Because it's either it, Joker, or Deadpool.
Joker.
Yeah.
Joker? The Joaquin version?
Yeah. But did Deadpool and Wolverine not outgross Joker?
Probably not. It was
.com.
Parade. Yeah.
also Deadpool. Like they leaned into total just comedy gore type of style, and I mean like a real artistic movie like the Joker's gonna kind of beat that out any day.
A real artistic.
Even though I enjoyed the hell out of Wolverine and Deadpool, it's like a little too much comedy stuff. Like,
Did you see Joker 2?
no, because I heard it was a train wreck.
Scorsese make that?
He's not on as a producer, but it's it's Todd Phillips who did the first one. Joaquin's back and Lady Gaga's in it. And,
That's Harley.
yeah, I wonder how it's gonna age, because when I saw it, it wasn't my cup of tea. I'll say that.
Mm-hmm.
But it was one of the most gorgeous films I saw last year. It's like beautifully shot and it looks incredible, but like what it actually is doing is, I think,
A little underwhelming to what they're doing with the cameras.
it goes for something so specific, and so I'm trying to say this without it just like it's trying to be an FU to the fans that like grasp onto Joker as like a religion.
Mm-hmm.
But then it became an FU to everyone, and it just was not an enjoyable watch.
See, you're making me want to watch it.
I mean, the thing is, then we can have another conversation about Joker too.
Yeah.
That's a whole other podcast. But yeah,
All right, here's the last one. Just because I decided.
Hope he does. I think he got tired of holding his computer.
What? No, dude, it's fine. I love this.
Yeah, I'm sure you do.
Parade.com.
Sure. We are also open to sponsorship.
Hit us up.
Parade.com.
these guys, hey.
Hold on. Parade.com.
He's got the voice and everything.
Who wrote the famous scary theme music from Halloween?
John Carpenter.
Parade.com.
Dude. I'm leaving. I quit. We're 4 episodes in. I'm done. Can't take this anymore.
Good. Wait, who said the answer?
Will. Of course Will did.
Yeah. All right, yeah, I'm done with this.
Well, thanks so much for dealing with our bullshit.
No, this is so much fun. Thank you for having me. Like, I don't know. I'm ecstatic to get to hang out with you guys again, and it's always a pleasure. And
Yeah, hopefully we get to
listen to more music.
Hopefully we get to do a music video or something together in the future. If you ever need extras for films, you know where we're at. Everybody watch Inertia, June 14th.
June 14th.
It's coming out at the Oak Center.
And then after that, come to the Chestnut Grove show.
Yeah. And when it's out on streaming services, we'll be sure to pass along all the good information so you can find the film.
That'd be awesome. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you for having me.
This episode is brought to you by Mirth Films. Mirth Films is a music news and entertainment outlet that specializes in original video content and live streaming. Based out of New York State with coverage spanning the local, regional, and national scene. They have a wide variety of topics that are covered. Mirth Films video content consists of live music videos, artist interviews, documentaries, podcasts, video and photo, sketch comedy, festival recaps, and more. Mirth Films also offers written content like exclusive interviews, recaps of the latest concerts including high-resolution photo galleries, and much more. Not only do they produce original content, Mirth Films can also be found working behind the scenes with artists, venues, businesses, by helping create content for their own platforms. Some of the various work with our partners include live streaming, video production, photography, among other forms of multimedia marketing.
All right, it's rolling. So we had one more Tinko on. What?
I thought you were going to hold something. I was going to say something.
All right, that's what we're gonna do.
All right, give
Try that again.
Give it a nice little pause.
Yeah.
Good spot to cut into, actually.
You're
Just give me a countdown and some action. No, just kidding.
Hey.
Start whenever you want, man. Yeah, it's rolling.
I really actually enjoy the countdown with the action. I think it works. All right, D, go.
Our guest, Will Martinko, is on, and he's just a wonderful, wonderful guy. But he's into movies, so he's not going to play any music for us. So today, we had a special guest drive all the way from Downingtown area, Dr. Sci-Fi.
I was a wallflower with a puzzle piece mouth. Ever since I was small, I kept my head down. I was Miss Squeaky Clean. I never did anything wrong. I cried so hard in bed, like I was gonna die young. Pictured on a moment in a timeline. The old me holds a me now in her arms. On her knee she takes my face along the hairline. She searches in my eyes for something more. I used to read in bed, held on a blankie so tight. Wait till the house was dead, and wish upon the stars at night. All I ever wanted was to fly. Hey, if I could tell her what I know today, I don't think it mattered, 'cause I wasted my days playing all those stubborn games. She just wanted someone to see behind her face. All I ever wanted was to fly. Baby, I'm waiting here patiently on my feet.
It sounds good.
All right, T, whatever you want. Just quit. Shit.
Intros, outros, whatever.
Yeah, outros.
Yeah.
I don't know. I had a really fun time getting to learn more about the music scene from sci-fi's perspective, and that, like, what is it? What's the genre that you said it reminded you of earlier?
I mean, I specifically, I hear a lot, to be honest with you, but like I was attracted to the lo-fi recording style mixed with like what I considered like prolific songwriting. Like I was like, there's definitely something really magical to this.
No, there's great songwriting.
I actually stumbled upon it on the Gem Instagram page.
That was my next
It's a
question.
product of me just being like, what is this? And then I like listened to it and I was like, this sounds awesome.
It really,
I just dove into it.
It really like gave me a reminiscent to like a lot of stuff I listened to in high school. And like driving.
When I said to you, I
driving
was
in the
like, it's
car.
that like sleazy
hipster shit. Yeah.
I was like, yeah, that sleazy hipster shit that we listened to all the time in high school. That's what this was.
Yeah, I dug that. So hopefully we can get Dr. Sci-Fi back on as a guest so we can get to learn more about them. But Will Martinko, his movie will be out. Please watch it, Inertia. I cannot even describe how excited I am that a friend of ours made a
full-length
feature film.
Crazy.
It's insane. There's a lot of cool stuff happening all the time in the world, so just dive in, explore.
Will Martinko's Inertia. Check out Dr.
Find something
Sci-Fi's
new.
music. And last but not least, Chestnut Grove, June 14th, Ardmore Music Hall. See you there.
We're almost there, kids. We're almost there. Thanks for joining us today, and make sure you follow along on Mirth Films and Chestnut Grove and never miss a beat. Thanks for joining us on Funk It. It's a podcast.